Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm back with another spawn tube tutorial for Modern Warfare 3. This time we're going to be checking out the map Estate, and this is definitely one of the easiest maps to tube on, also one of my favorites, just because there's just so many spots that you can utilize and really shut down the enemies. And with all the spots I'm going to be showing you, you can utilize both the Underbarrel tube and the RGO, most of the spots being effective with the RGO, but there is one spot in particular that I personally like using the Underbarrel tube a little bit more, but I'll talk about that once we get to it. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in. So to start things off on the attacking side, I have 5 spots, yes 5 spots, that will cover each possible route that the defenders can take at the beginning of each round. Starting with this first one, this will shut down all the defenders heading toward B-bomb by having your tube land right next to the car at the very top of the hill at the middle of the map. So as I mentioned earlier, there is one spot in particular that I like to use the underbarrel tube more. This happens to be one of them. And what I like to do is at the beginning of the round, you're going to run up to this couch, lean up against it, look in between these 2 trees right here, aim right in the middle of them, and then look up until you are lined up with the very bottom of the dark cloud in the sky right here. So you want to line up your shot just like this. And you want to wait until the match has gone on for at least 3 seconds, 2.5 to 3 seconds, in order to give the defenders just enough time to actually make it to the car at the top of the hill. So again, once you have this lined up and the match has gone on for 3 seconds at least, you want to then shoot your tube.
Final minute.
And if you wanted to use this spot with the RGL, the way that I would do it is run up towards the right side of this tractor, and the top left of your crosshair, you want to line that up with the right edge of the leaf sticking out on this tree to your right, just like so, and then start spamming away. This next spot will get anyone that's running straight inside the house at the beginning of the round to avoid tubes on the outside by running through the kitchen near the A-bomb. So for this spot, you're going to run straight forward and lean up against this post right here. You're going to look at this side of the tree with the leaves sticking out on this right tree. You want to line up your shot with that, and then have the bottom of your crosshair lined up with the top of the tree on the left side, just like so. And once you have this lined up, you want to start spamming away. For the third spot, this will again get anyone running straight inside the house, but this time if they're running on the opposite side of the lodge where the jacuzzi is. So again, you're going to run straight forward and lean up against this post. This time you're going to line up your shot with the very right edge of this tree where these leaves are, and then line up the bottom of the crosshair. Make sure that's the same height as the top of the same tree, like so, and then start firing away. For the fourth spot, this will hit anyone that is running through the garden that's right in between the cabin and the greenhouse. For that spot, you're going to once again move against this post straight ahead of you. This time you're going to line up your shot with the edge of the spawn building right here. And at the bottom of the crosshair is lined up with the top of the tree to the left, like so, and start spamming away. And this is also good for domination where the A flag is, so if you're a dom player, feel free to use this spot to your advantage as well. For the fifth spot, this will hit anyone that is running straight through the greenhouse on the far right side. For For this spot, you're going to look to your right. You're going to lean up against this piece of wood right here. You're going to look up and you're going to see this dark cloud with this little left tail of it sticking out on the left side. You're going to aim the top of your crosshairs just in the middle of that left tail of the dark cloud, like so, and you start firing away. Now you want to try to get this lined up by the time the match has gone on for about 4 seconds. This gives the enemies enough time to actually reach the greenhouse, and you may not hit someone all the time just because you're kind of threading the needle by getting the tube to go in between the beams in the greenhouse. So don't be discouraged if you're not hitting anything. It just could mean you're hitting the beams. But anyways, once you have this lined up, again, 4 seconds, then start shooting. And for the last spot, this will hit the side pathway next to the greenhouse on the far right end of the map. So you're going to once again lean up against this piece of wood on the side here. Look up towards that same dark cloud as before. This time we're going to look at this part of it, the very bottom edge of the dark cloud. You want to line up your middle crosshair with your RGL with that bottom portion of the dark cloud, like so. And then you're going to want to wait until the match is, again, about 4 seconds in. Give the enemies enough time to actually reach this point of the pathway, and then you can start shooting. Now switching over to the defending side, I'm going to have 3 different spots to show you. This will cover the 3 main routes that the attackers take at the beginning of each round. Starting off with this first one, where the tube will land just slightly in front of the attacker's spawn building as they make their way toward A. And there's actually 2 different methods that you could use for this spot. This first one is the method that I normally use. What you want to do is run in between the shed and the wall. And once you get to right about here, you're going to have your RGL out. And you want to aim the bottom crosshair just above where the top of the window pane is on the right side of the cabin. So right about here, and then you just start spamming. Now the second method for this spot is what I like to call the Blandy shot. If you're an OG MW2 tuber, then you would know who that is and what I'm referring to. Basically what you want to do is run in front of the wall, lean up against the front of it like so. You want to crouch, and then you want to aim the top crosshair of your RGL with the bottom of the wooden beam that surrounds that window, just like so, and then start shooting. For the second spot, this will hit anyone that is running straight up the middle and are making their way toward that small building in the center of the map. For this spot, I like to run all the way to the back right corner, like so. And then you want to aim the bottom crosshair of your RGL just above the top of the tree in the far background, like this. And then just start shooting. And for the last spot, this will hit anyone that is wrapping around on the right side, headed up the hill toward B. So for this spot, you're going to run over here and wedge yourself in this corner next to this bush. You want to line up your crosshairs with this wooden post and the top of the bottom ledge of this balcony. So right about here is where you want to line your shot up. Once you have that set up, you know what to do. And that's going to conclude this tutorial. If you found it helpful in any way, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, you want to see more videos just like this, please consider subscribing to this channel as well. We do post tubing content pretty regularly here, so feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any of my newest uploads. And as another reminder, if you would like to find other tubers to squad up with like myself, or if you just have tubing videos or spots that you'd like to share with our community, our link to the Discord server is in the description below. Please come join us over there. We would love to have you. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.